better, but it's not. All right. Now, here's another way Oscar got real nerdy. So Oscar then talked about Mantraps, and I thought it was Mantraps from a freaking bank. Oscar proved me wrong here. Let's look.
So I have a question for you, if I
Yeah.
may. Um, so
That was kind of quick the way I played it.
with all the protests, it's well documented and all that stuff. Do you think that more man traps need to be installed in government buildings and in like in big time buildings?
You mean like barriers?
Okay, so what a man trap is like they have like secure say that
Oh, you
say
mean
that
like a
so
door that like is it like sorry to interrupt you, but is it like kind of like Wells Fargo has these where like you walk into a bank, it notices you have a gun, and then it closes all doors, so like you can't get
n-
out or
no, no,
into
no.
the other.
So what it
Okay.
is that someone say let's use the bank. So say that you're trying to get into the bank, but someone's there to the security guard is there to meet you, and they need to verify that you don't have anything on your person, just to make sure that
Oh.
there's nothing
Mhm.
harmful. Um, Usually,
Yeah.
big time offices like the Pentagon use that just to make sure that no one's getting in there that shouldn't be there. So my question, do you think that people would benefit, because you know that the protesters, you know how they were storming different places. Do you think that man traps would have helped, or would it have been a
Here's what
lost cause?
I. Okay, so I know I was interrupting, but I went on to discuss BLM in that clip and how it would have helped if it wasn't about that, it was just about security and they didn't secure the place on purpose. Oscar, what were you thinking? Why'd you pick this as a memory? Look back on.
Because I retook like I said before, we'll get more detail, but I retook the course that taught me all about those, the different, traps and all that, like security and all that. And funny enough, you had it right, and I didn't notice. It's probably because they keep on updating freaking technology. Um, and funny enough, man traps are basically sensors that are like within, like let's use the Wells Fargo. When you enter, Wells Fargo, they have, two set of doors and all that. And within that, they have the camera and all that. So that's a man trap. That's something I actually wanted. That's why I picked that clip, because I wanted to clarify that you actually had it right. I just probably didn't realize it because they didn't teach us that in
Yeah, that's why, because my dad was talking about it once, and so like when gun control was in discussion, let's just put man traps and you have to like box you in. But yeah, it's literally made. There's sensors on the doors and inside the doors, however it's done, and like so. Yeah, no, that's why I was asking. Now on Oscar's certificate, Oscar was going for a certificate, not in terms of views at that time, but boy, he was behind. I have to rebel, you know, for myself back then. Okay. Um, but Oscar told me this about the certificate at that time. Now your channel is going to go through a little bit of change with the NFL season
Yeah,
ending, the
yeah,
postseason
and
ending in a
then
couple of weeks.
hopefully, so I'm getting my Security Plus certification, and once that is hopefully in my grasp, I'm going to be doing a lot more technology stuff. Because that actually, this actually sparked more. You pushed me to actually study harder, man. Because my test is in what's today's date? The 25th.
Yeah.
Six. It's in 2 weeks.
Oh.
And there's a lot that I need to cover. There's a lot of simulations that I need to go over. Like I need to make sure that um what goes in a floor plan and all that good stuff. What goes,
Mm.
when in a server room. What goes in a freaking computer lab. What goes. Let me see. How to build a firewall from like start to finish.
So I don't know what to what is your update on that, Oscar?
So unfortunately, I failed the exam by this like it was that close. Now good news is that so like I said, they updated the technology courses. So at the time, I was starting to get Security Plus version 5. They upgraded it to version 6, and version 6 is so new that there isn't that many questions, because that's what ended up killing me, was the questions, because the simulations, they were easy. I was like, what? Like, I literally sat back. I'm like, the only thing that held me back by finishing those simulations fast was the reader scribe, because they
Yeah.
read so slow. I was like, can
Mhm.
you read any faster?
Makes you wonder about their education.
Exactly. So then I was like, all right, let's. So the simulations, they were easy. Like I nailed those down like hands down. The only thing that I probably would have missed was I probably messed up in certain parts of firewall configuration, but that
Mhm.
my brain was kind of fried. Because that's a lot. Like configuring firewalls, it's not easy. You have to make sure the settings are like even and all that. That was probably the toughest part. So now, it's my redemption. I'm trying to, study again, see if I can get it my second time around. Hopefully, I get it my second time around, so that way I can actually, it's like start like talking technology, because I love technology. Again, no offense, but these odd jobs being a customer service rep ain't cutting it for me. So
No, yeah, I feel you. Definitely feel you on there. And Oscar is smart at tech. And you know what? Look, I think you could still talk technology. I doubt they're going to flag you for being on YouTube and talking about technology. And I really hope you do start talking about it. Maybe create a tech channel. But we did start go on talking about firewalls and how they're made, what they are, exactly what you can do with them, and how Biden could protect the U.S. government and its services with and Oscar goes into that. So if you want, the clip is called Sports and Cybersecurity Talk with Oscar Montiel. You might want to go and watch that one. That one was fun. So hopefully, leave your comments down below. Leave your encouragements for Oscar, and hopefully you pass that, man. And get paid some money and invest in my donut shop.